from University Science Malaysia. Today, I will present ESG rating divergence and debt finance costs, empirical evidence from Chinese-listed companies. I'm excited to share our findings. Here's today's roadmap: research background and motivation, conceptual framework, data, variables and model, coin results, mechanism test, ESG disclosure, robustness checks, main findings and policy recommendations. Finally, I will conclude and take questions. In recent years, ESG ratings have played an increasingly important role in capital markets. However, rating divergence across agencies, especially in China, is widespread. Unlike standardized credit ratings, ESG scholars from Huazheng, Wen, Sintao, and others often vary significantly for the same firm. The divergence introduced uncertainty that may affect lenders' risk assessments. While much research has focused on average ESG performance, the effect of ESG rating disagreement on corporate debt finance costs remain underexplored. In China, debt finance dominates from capital structures. A merger increased the cost of debt, say, 20-30 basis points, can substantially impact firms' investment decisions, especially in capital-intensive industries. If ESG rating divergence raises perceived risk, then lenders may charge a high-risk premium. Our study aims to determine whether such divergence indeed increased borrowing costs, and whether this effect can be mitigated by firms that issue high-equality ESG disclosures, such as third-party assurance or green identity reports. Drawing on information production theory, we argue that rating divergence signals low information transparency, especially when firms lack standard disclosure. This uncertainty can lead to increased borrowing costs. However, when a firm ensures credible ESG disclosures, it reduces information asymmetry and enables lenders to better assess ESG risks. Therefore, we hypothesize H1, credit ESG rating divergence is associated with high cost of debt. H2, high equality ESG disclosure weakens this positive relationship. Our dataset includes 18,014 at-firm-year observations from non-financial share list firms in China between 2016 and 2023. We harmonized 6 domestic ESG ratings and computer ESGDs as the standard deviation of scores in each year. The dependent variable is cost of debt calculated as 100 times finance cost, total liability. Control variables include firm size, leverage, liability, profitability, ownership type, average ESG score, and number of raters. We adopt a QY fixed factor model to address endogeneity. We use two-stage least squares, two SLS, astronomy ESGDs, which is 1 period lag, and DOMI for the 2019 HOS ESG disclosure mandate, which exhaustively increased information transparency. We also include interaction terms to test the moderating effect of ESG disclosure quality. Our baseline regression shows that ESGDs is positively and significantly related to the cost of bet. A 1 Newton increase in ESG divergence raises borrowing costs by approximately 26.6 basis points. The two SLS estimates produce an even stronger effect, with the coefficient increasing to 0.302. Those results confirm that predators do indeed penalize ESG ecosystems, likely due to increased perceived risk. It examines whether firms with stronger ESG disclosure experience a weaker divergence effect. Using two processes, CER, third-party assurance, and GRI, completeness, we find significant negative interaction terms. Specifically, firms with assured ESG reports or green-based disclosures reduce the cost penalty by 1/3 to 1/2. Those findings support our second hypothesis and suggest the disclosure quality matter in mitigating risk pricing. To ensure our results are not driven by model design or variable choices, we perform multiple robustness checks. These include using alternate measures of divergence, example, rating range, standardized by mean, alternative dependent variables, example, intrinsic expense ratio, and adding force fixed effects. Across all specifications, the positive link between ESG divergence and the borrowing cost remains strong and significant. Our analysis yields three main conclusions. 1. ESG rating divergence is priced by lenders, leading to higher debt costs. 2. High equality ESG disclosure mitigates this premium, signaling transparency and reduce perceived risk. 3. These effects are robust across models, instruments, and alternative measures. Overall, we demonstrated that inconsistent ESG assessments can have real finance consequences, but firms can battle this through better reporting practice. We propose 3 policy recommendations: standardize ESG rating methodologies to reduce mechanical divergence and improve comparability, encourage high-equality ESG disclosure, including green elements and third-party assurance to reduce uncertainty for lenders, promote investor education on how to interpret ESG rating disclosure and disclosure equality to support better capital allocation decisions. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate the feedback from reviews and colleagues. I welcome your questions and suggestions.